What's up guys, it's Manny here, and today I'm going to be taking you through a pull workout that I did with my friend Eddie. We are hitting the back, biceps, and the rear delts. I'm actually not going to do it with him because it was my rest day, but he asked me if I could take him through a workout, so I was like, yeah, I'll take you through a workout and I'll record you. So we're starting off our workout with some chin-ups. I'd say that chin-ups and pull-ups are among the best exercises to build the nice thickness and wideness of a back. I honestly love weighted chin-ups. I honestly don't do a lot of volume. I don't do a lot of exercises for a particular muscle group. I tend to find like simple movements like weighted chin-up, overhead press, stuff like that for each specific muscle group, and then just getting stronger with those over time. So here's Eddie with his first set, and he gets 8 reps in. I think every set he gets 8 reps in, and that's honestly pretty solid. Personally, I would have maybe for the last set used the assist to get in a few more reps, but he really wanted to hit his back hard. So everybody has a different style of training. I personally like to utilize reverse pyramid training. But you know, everybody has their own thing, and all I really want to say is just take in information and go and experiment for yourself, because that's honestly like the best. You're kind of discovering like what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and it's a good feeling to find out what works for you, because then you just know what result you're gonna get with what action. Alright, following the chin up, this is literally my favorite bicep exercise, is standing bicep cable curls. Now this exercise is great at developing those big, nice, juicy biceps, and I actually don't do them as much anymore because my biceps started to get so big and I didn't want them to be a little disproportionate to the rest of my body. Because the reason why this is such a great bicep exercise is because even when you're see when Eddie curls it up, see his biceps stick out. When he goes down, when he lets go before bringing it back up, even at the bottom of that motion, the bicep is still under tension. And one of the main factors to grow muscle is time under tension, and that's why this is such a great exercise, because the bicep is always under tension. So for our second set, we lowered the weight again so that he could get more reps in. And then for the third set, we're actually going to change the grip to a much closer grip, because it's going to hit the bicep in a different manner. Having a closer grip hits the inner head of the bicep and gives it that nice peak to give it that full round look. And honestly, like I said before, I don't really do a whole lot of bicep exercises. I just focus on a couple of exercises and focus on getting stronger with time. So every time I come back to the gym, I focus on hitting a couple more reps than I did last time, or upping the weight in the set that I used. Yeah, so this is a great bicep exercise. I mean, you could just tell Eddie's arms are starting to really blow up there. Yeah, so after we did two strength training exercises for the primary muscle groups that we focused on, we're going to start doing pump training, which is also known as rest pause training. So for the first set of the T-bar rows that Eddie does here, he does around 12 to 15 reps, maybe even a little bit more. But the idea is just to get the blood flowing and really fatigue the muscle in the muscle group. So after doing 15 reps, he's going to stop, and then we rested for 10 seconds and then pick it up again and then do 4 to 6 reps. Eddie does about 10 reps, so that either tells me that the weight's too low or that we should rest longer, but the idea is honestly just to really fatigue those muscles. So there he is again. We rested 10 seconds and he goes again. I think every time he did it, he actually got 10 reps, so I think the weight was a little light, or we might have been resting longer. But yeah, so I like doing this kind of like kind of not like HIIT training, but a training style in the sense that I work out one muscle group, then go to the next, then go back to the first one, then go to the next, rather than grinding on one muscle group, because I found that to be extremely taxing on the muscle. And then see, so after doing that T-bar row, which was basically pump training for the back, we moved on to a little bit of pump training for the biceps. This is another great bicep exercise because even when he's at the bottom, there's still tension on the bicep. So he does, I don't know, 15 to 20 reps on these. Yeah, but the idea is just to really fatigue that muscle. Yeah, sorry, I'm laughing, sorry. And yeah, so he goes, and you can just tell by his face that like he's really putting the energy into it. I mean, look at that. That's a face of a warrior. No. Yeah, so this is another great exercise, and we're probably using around 25 pounds. So it is a lightweight. It's way lighter, significantly lighter than our first set of the first bicep exercise that we did. So after we hit the biceps, we are gonna hit the rear delts. So that's honestly a total of just 5 exercises. I honestly only do 4 to 5 exercises, and try to keep 2 to 3 exercises per muscle group. I've found personally that I do not need to do a whole lot of like exercises, a whole lot of reps and sets to grow muscle. As long as you do an exercise, you hit it hard, and you come back to the gym after that muscle has recovered, and you do that same exercise and just aim to get a few more reps in or get the weight up, you are going to develop muscle. Now, I think the problem is that your body will get used to a certain exercise, or your body will get used to the rep range that you're using. So you always want to change it up. So that's why I don't say like, oh, I have a set out routine. There are just some exercises that I do to keep track of my progress, like a weighted chin up and then standing bicep cable curl. And then after that, the rest pause training, pump training could honestly be anything you want, as long as you're really shocking the muscle, making the muscle be like, oh, what's going on? I'm not used to this. I have to grow. I have to survive. Because that's what the muscle thinks is happening. And here's Eddie pushing himself, grinding out these muscles. His shirt has just been tightening this entire time. Oh yeah, and we ran into our friend Dylan Sneed, who was actually doing some bicep work as well. And this is the last exercise with the rear delt fly machine. I found this to work the rear delts a lot. The reason why you want to train your rear delts is because it also hits your back, but mainly the rear delts, which is the point. And the rear delts are important to have like full developed shoulders. It's like the back of your shoulder, if you don't know what the rear delt is. And he does 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps of these. I usually for these as well do reverse pyramid training, so I start my first set with like a heavy weight, and then I lower the weight and then go to another set. And so here's a picture of my biceps, how they've grown over time, and you can just tell that the use of the bicep cable curl, of the standing bicep cable curl, is just working. Well, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, thanks for watching.